This is our easy loan auto sales play of the game. This is one that possibly was a regular blitz. This could be also a run blitz right here. You see the snap is a little high, and this is interesting to me because the last time the Ravens played in Buffalo in the playoffs, they had like 2 or 3 bad snaps in that game as well. So the snap goes a little high, but Lamar, he corrals it. But just look at the angle because Hamlin's blitzing here. This is another pressure. Hamlin's coming off the edge. The Bills are in man coverage, but look at the poise and the angle by Hamlin. If he falls for that pump fake right there, Lamar is scoring here. I think Lamar's taking it right up, and he's one-on-one with Taylor Rapp. I'm taking Lamar on that. I think this play by Hamlin might have been the most important play from him this entire year. Great poise, doesn't fall for the fake, and then he wraps up the leg of Lamar, and Lamar tries doing a little too much, and the ball comes out, and Von Miller is off to the races for the big play. This was huge, Anthony. I think this was one of those plays that, again, looking back on this season, regardless of how it ends up this coming week or the week after that, this is one of those plays that I think was a huge turning point in this game and in this season especially for Damar Hamlin himself.
Yeah, and I was really just impressed that he kept his footing on the field with the snow. Like, he breaks down, he's under control, he's got his base underneath him. Like, you don't see him wipe out as Lamar slams on the brakes. He just comes down under control and doesn't. This is such a high floor play from Damar Hamlin. He doesn't try to do too much. He's not going for the big hit. He's not going for this crushing blow. Like, he contain him, break down, play under control. You know what the situation is. And Lamar talked about this a little too. Like, they called an RPO. He didn't want to throw the ball because he had linemen downfield. But then, and so even think of that perspective, right? Like, all this is going through Lamar's head, and he does try to do too much, and it puts him in a spot where, the ball slips out of his hand. We get the run action to the left. You can see the lineman downfield. One of them, Tyler Linderbaum, 64. Like, he's got dudes downfield, so he doesn't want to spit it out. He has that lane to run and go. Like, it is there. And here comes Damar, calm, cool, collected, under control. If Lamar gets up there, maybe Von is trying to break a little bit, but I mean, Lamar in space with that type of alley and opportunity is there. And look at Lamar just doing everything he can, hanging onto the foot. Or Damar and Lamar is going to drive me nuts as we do this. Damar doing everything he can, hanging onto that foot. And Lamar is also trying to do everything he can by trying to make a play, and the ball just slips right out. And then we get something you say every week, population to the football. Jefferson's there. Vaughn is there. And good on I really thought the ball was going to come out.
Oh, it was dangerous.
He is loaded for peanut punch the hell out of it. He looks like Michael Myers or some killer, like coming behind somebody and ready to just like take him out. Right. Like, he is loaded for bear trying to get that ball out.
Just awesome stuff, man. You know, this is our easy loan auto sales play of the game. And like I said, I think it's probably Damar Hamlin's biggest play of the year because you guys see it, man. Lamar had a lane here. And honestly, if he doesn't do this little fake right here, this little pump right there, if he would have just hit his back foot and just went north and south, I think he scores. Just great work from Damar Hamlin, the Bills defense, and a huge turnover to give the Bills back the ball.
Yeah, and you can see Lamar at the end of this play, a little frustrated. He puts his hands up, kind of smacks a little bit, like he knows that he's already pissed at himself. He's upset there. And if you can start, he looks like literally put his hands up, and it's like, oh, and if you
should have wore gloves. That's what he was saying. He should have wore gloves, 2 gloves.
The old Kurt Warner, Ben Roethlisberger playoff style.
Yeah, like, you're making fun of Teddy Bridgewater, 2 gloves. So you should have wore 2 gloves.
You get that tack on those hands. It's like super glue nowadays. Yeah, man. Like, can you get into his head a little now? And maybe that carries through the rest of the game. And we saw several like forced errors and some unforced ones as the game went along. And I think part of that is due to the attack-minded nature of the Bills early on that kind of got Baltimore out of their comfort spot and maybe even caught them by surprise. Like we talked about, given how they've been.
No doubt about it, man. It was it definitely caught them off guard in the first half. You can't deny that. That just set the tone. It's much like we talked about what Bill Belichick used to do to the Bills with Josh Allen when he was young, is heat him up in the first half and then back off in the second half. It was kind of that game plan. And like I said, I know it was close at the end, but it did work.
Absolutely. A win is a win is a win. And the Bills did that in large part due to how they came out in the first half here, getting a couple of these turnovers like we showed. And this play being the Easy Loan Auto Sales play of the game, sponsored by our friends and partners at Easy Loan Auto Sales. Regardless of your credit, Easy Loan Auto can help get you behind the wheel and on the road to better credit. All of their vehicles include a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty, and they have 3 convenient locations in Buffalo, Lockport, and Niagara Falls. They can get you driving today. Go to easyloanauto.com to start your accelerated approval.